Operation Safe Stop getting underway this morning as your children get ready to board their school bus. Our Laura Jemet joining us live with the penalties drivers can face for passing a stopped school bus. Laura.
That's right, Olivia. We are at the Broadalbin-Perth bus garage, and right now I am joined by Sheriff Giardino this morning. So can you tell me a little bit about Operation Safe Stop and how people should know when to stop for a school bus?
Yeah. Operation Safe Stop is a program out of the Governor's Traffic Safety Council or Committee's office. We're partnering with local law enforcement and school districts to highlight and make people aware of their requirements under the law. A lot of people think that they can pass a school bus if they don't see any children. Once the arm is out and the red lights are flashing and the stop sign's out, you have to stop for a school bus. We have yellow lights similar to like traffic lights where you see a yellow. The yellow light is giving you an indication that in the next 300 feet, they're gonna put out the arm. You're coming up on a school bus and slow down. The preference is that when you see the yellow light, prepare to stop and stop, because you don't want to get in the middle of passing a bus. It's unbelievable numbers, between 30,000 and 50,000 people a day in New York during school pass buses. People don't believe that. It sounds like an annual figure or a monthly figure, but they're either driver inattention or the rush to get to work. They have a new system. It's been around for a few years. There was some hesitancy before where we have cameras on school buses. It'll take a photograph of a vehicle passing a bus or passing a double yellow line and get the license plate. There was some constitutional concerns because, well, how can you issue a ticket without seeing who the operator is unless they admit that they were driving? So they've tweaked that a little bit, and they make a distinction between a police officer stopping a driver who passed a bus and between a camera of a license plate passing a bus. And we can talk about that in the next half hour. But we're just asking people to remember, take the extra seconds to slow down. There's children's lives at stake in this state and in this country every year. There are young kids who get killed and injured because of drivers passing buses. And all you have to do is Google on YouTube, and you can see tons of videos of kids just getting missed by cars flying by. So we're asking you, on behalf of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office, law enforcement in New York State, and the Governor's Traffic Safety Council, to slow down, stop for the school buses.
All right, well, thank you so much for speaking with us this morning and giving out all of this great information. And coming up next, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the cameras on the school buses, but for now, we're going to send it back to the studio.
As your children get ready to board their school bus. CBS 6's Laura Jemet joining us live. And Laura, there are some serious penalties that drivers can face for passing a stopped school bus.
Good morning, Olivia. That's right. We're at the Broadalbin-Perth Central School District bus garage, and right now I'm joined by District Attorney Michael Poland. So, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you. Can you tell me a little bit about the different penalties that people can face when passing by a stopped school bus?
Sure. Basically, what happens the first offense is actually 8 points on your driver's license. Usually 11 points, your license is suspended. The first offense, the fine range is $250 to $400. Also, you could go to jail for up to 30 days. Second offense and third offense have higher fine amounts. If you get the second offense within 3 years, it's between $400 and $600, and also 180 days in jail. Third offense is $750 to $1,000. It's 180 days in jail.
And can you tell me a little bit about the ticket process that you guys have in place right now and what you guys are currently working towards on how people get issued their tickets for this?
Sure. Right now, the school buses, depending on the school district, some have cameras, depending on how old the school bus is, what kind of camera system they have. If they do have someone that passes the school bus, if they got it on camera when the red lights are on, they'll notify usually the sheriff's department. They'll try and get the tape out of the school bus. If they have enough off the tape, then they can issue a ticket, which is obviously time-consuming and very burdensome on the school district along with the police agency. What they're trying to do now is get an automated system, which are newer cameras, which are similar like an Easy Pass, where basically the school bus can create its own ticket, automatic. There wouldn't be any points to that, but there would be a fine associated with that, which would go directly to the registered owner of the vehicle.
All right, thank you so much for joining us this morning and giving us all this information on, tickets and the cameras and Operation Safe Stop. When we come back, we're going to be taking a little ride along and following the school bus route, but for now, we're going to send it back.
Operation Safe Stop getting underway this morning as your children get ready to board the school bus. Our Laura Jemet is joining us live on a ride along with police. Laura, it's a little bumpy back there, but you're giving us the real experience here. What can you tell us?
Yeah, right now we are doing a ride along. We are in Broadalbin, and right before we got picked up, one of the sheriffs had to pull someone over for actually they passed the bus while it was stopped. So can you tell us a little bit about what happened?
Yeah, we're on State Route 30. There's a lot of traffic, and I stayed close to the bumper so the cars couldn't see me. The bus stopped, yellow lights were flashing, red lights came on. We're sitting there for about 4 seconds, and a black Jeep drove right through the lights where they're picking up a child. So.
And how many people pass school buses usually in this area?
The bus drivers complain a lot. All the times I followed them, I've maybe twice all the years, I actually got somebody driving past the red lights.
So can you tell me a little bit about the route that we're taking right now?
I honestly don't know what the route we're following this bus here. The other bus, I was going to follow the other bus, but the other person got ticketed, but also had a suspended driver's license.
So they're going to be just picking up kids and bringing them to school, and then you'll just be kind of following along just to make sure everything stays safe?
Correct. This is the elementary run. So it's picking up a whole younger age group of children.
And what would your message be to the community about driving safely?
Well, with school buses, I think people just get in the zone and don't realize the bus has stopped. I mean, so many kids, dangers of lives. I mean,
All right, thank you so much for having